Yo, what's up, guys? Oh, baby boy. What's up, guys? Let's see if we can find some bets. Let's make sure this is working first. Are we working? We're working. Perfect. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. What is going on? Give me 1 sec. Why can't I see my messages? Whatever. What the fuck is going on? Anyways, what's up, guys? Let me just... Fuck, is this working? Give me 1 sec. I apologize. I know we got NBA games starting in a sec. Yo, so we are working. What's up, guys? We're going to run through. I'm going to run through, and hopefully we'll get a lot of bets locked in. PrizePicks, Fliff, Underdog Fantasy. We'll do a bunch of different books in this stream. Again, I try to cover a bunch of books. Let's see. Let me make sure I got FanDuel filtered in, Bet Rivers, whatever. I go home to Virginia in a couple days, so I'll do a ton of Virginia sports books, once I get home. But without further ado, let's kind of get into it, and let's see if we can put some good shit together, because it looks like there's some good value available. So the first play we got is, again, I follow, a pretty simple sports betting strategy. I always want to make sure any pick I'm giving out has a good edge in the market. All these sports books, they all set their own lines, stuff like that. So, Jaden Ivey over 4.5 assists. Fliff has his regular line at 3.5. But again, you can click this little up arrow and you'll kind of get the alternate lines. But let me go here and make sure we can get this locked in. So we got Jaden Ivey over 4.5 assists. We can run this as a straight bet. We can run it as a parlay. If a bet's plus EV and we really like it, you can run it in a round robin, straight bet, parlay. It doesn't matter. A parlay's just a combination of bets. So if your plays are positive EV, profitable, your parlay is going to be positive EV. But essentially, all of these other sports books are data points, right? FanDuel has this line at plus 126. They have a 42-cent spread in their market. Their market is plus 126, minus 168. So what you want to do is you just want to remove the VIG. All these books make money by charging a spread called the VIG. So you just want to remove the VIG, which if we do that, you'll see this is the fair price, the no VIG odds. This is a market plus 141, minus 141. That's a market where the sportsbook, they're not charging any juice, right? So the way a sportsbook works is they have models that spit out, hey, here's what we think the odds should be. Plus 141 on the over, minus 141 on the under, and then they just add their, spread, the VIG, to their market because that's how they make money. So I always say this no VIG odds calculator. It's the most important calculator in sports betting, but we got a lot of games starting, so I don't want to dwell on anything. So let's just kind of keep rolling. Jaden Ivey over 4.5 assists. Pretty self-explanatory. It looks like really good value. Also, Jaden Ivey's a stud. And then we have, we're already on his over in points plus rebounds, but that doesn't mean we don't want to double down. So let's check it out. So let's go here to the 76ers game. And we have Yabasuli over 4.5 rebounds. So let's take a look. Minus 140. This is crossed. Dude, there is so much value on fucking Fliff. Always. It's crazy. I always say you want to follow the hot girl at the bar as a sports bettor, and sometimes that's Fliff. This is a crossed market. If you use Fliff and you use no VIG, Fliff, sportsbook number 1, no VIG, sportsbook number 2. You could just arbitrage bet this. You could bet His over on Fliff at minus 140, his under at plus 146 on Novig. Just follow an arbitrage calculator, which shows you, let's say you want to bet $500 on Fliff. It shows you, hey, bet, 348.43 on Novig, and you'll make a risk-free profit of 871. Because these two bucks have such different odds, you can hedge for a profit. But what I want to do is make sure that we get the best possible picks to include. Fuck, dude. Bro. So it looks like they just straight up removed the 76ers game. So that's not my fault. They just straight up removed the game. I don't know. So that's fine. What we'll do is we'll find some other picks that we can go with. So again, all that Odds Jam is going to do is when you put in the sports books that you use, it's really just going to scan them, point out value, big discrepancies in the odds. So let's check out Mobley. So this is in the Cavs game. We have Mobley over 9.5 rebounds. I mean, plus 120, right? That's what you're getting on Fliff. All these sports books set their own lines. Market's super fragmented. So if we go here to the over 9.5, this would be a little two-pick parlay. Although maybe we'll try to make it a little juicier, but we got plus 120 on Fliff. DraftKings has this as a pick-em market. They're giving you the same odds on both the over and the under. So basically, they're telling you through their odds that, hey, Mobley's 50% to go over, 50% to go under. He's 50-50, and we're getting plus 120. Most of these other books still have the under favored, but plus 120 still looks like great value. I mean, we're going to be getting, FanDuel, their market is plus 100, minus 132. So if you remove the VIG, that's plus 113.7. That's the fair price with the VIG removed. We're getting plus 120 above fair value. So according to FanDuel's market, when you remove the VIG, we're getting better odds above fair value. That's why this bet is plus EV. But anyways, I want to fly through a bunch of bets, so I'm going to try to not talk too much because sometimes I start talking and I don't shut up. So I want to shut up today. So let's go here. And then we have Chris Dunn over 2.5 rebounds. Right? Minus 150. DraftKings has this at minus 250. I mean, it's such a simple thing, just finding value in the market. But I mean, it really is. Obviously, if you don't like Chris Dunn rebounds, you don't have to tail this bet. You could just run it as, a two-pick parlay and not include the Chris Dunn play. But I'm going to include the Chris Dunn play. And this comes out to plus 871, so let's get it in. And then I do want to look at some other sports books. I mean, I always try to cover a bunch of sports books in these live streams. So get it locked in if you want to tail it. So get it locked in if you want to tail it, because I'm going to start looking at some other sports books as well. Like the video, follow the channel. I'm going to try to get back to streaming. I mean, I've said this a bunch of times. But I'm going to try to get back to streaming at least a few hours every single day. But anyways, let's kind of move through. So, what book do we want to look at? Fuck, dude. Damn, bro. There's a ton of games today. I mean, last week there was no fucking NBA games, so today there's a lot. And some of these games, so maybe let's try to do a prize pick slip. I mean, I haven't done a prize pick slip so far on this live stream, so let's try to do one. So the first play we have Mark Williams. Shoot. Let's see. So let me get rid of everything but prize picks. Let's try to do a prize pick slip. I streamed earlier. I did a better slip, so we're doing prize picks right now. So let's do a prize pick slip. Go. And let's see what we got. Again, sometimes the values and kind of, I want to call them random markets, niche markets. But let's go here, and let's go to prize picks, and let's get some plays in. So the first play we have okay. So let's go here. And let's start building a slip. Oh, shoot. We also have a promo on Jokic, but I mean, you got 9 hours to use that. So, whereas we only have 9 minutes to get this locked in. So we have Mark Williams over 7.5 points. let's start building a slip on PrizePicks. So let me get rid of these NFL plays. Again, pretty simple. What OddsJam does for PrizePicks is, PrizePicks, it's a simple platform, Any 4-pick power play, they're going to give you a 10x payout. So, shit. Come back. Come back, Mark Williams. I got a new computer for streaming, so give me a sec. So we got Mark Williams over 7.5 points. I mean, you can see, what are you doing? Fucking OddsJam not working. So BetRivers has his over as a -180 favorite. Again, kind of random sports book. It's in like 5 states. But I mean, still, it's a data point. It's kind of interesting. You can see they've moved the odds on the over from -134 all the way down to -180. All these sports books have ripped Mark Williams to being a pretty heavy favorite to go over, so that seems solid. And then let's just see what else we want to get in. I do want to find some NFL picks for tonight. So let's go here. Aaron Jones, absolute stud, longest rush. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So we got Aaron Jones over 15.5 longest rush. This can be the second play in the slip. Has value. Again, first fucking thing you got to do. Dude, it's really hard to just beat sportsbooks betting with your gut. So DraftKings has this over, it looks like, as a -145 favorite. So we got 2 picks so far. Mark Williams has not been bumped. So what I want to do is, let's see here. I mean, now kind of comes decision time. I'm trying to move quick. Give me a sec. Let's see what we got. We also have college football tomorrow. We have West Virginia playing tomorrow. Yeah, I'd rather do picks for today. I mean, I'll definitely give out some picks for the West Virginia game, but let's see what we got. So let's go to passing yards and let's kind of see. Let's see if we can get something good together. So we have Aaron Jones, longest rush. Perfect. And then what I kind of liked, I mean, honestly, now I'm thinking. So let's go here to passing yards. And I've said this, before, but when you, on PrizePicks, they're not going to add a payout shift for a 4-pick power play. If you try to go and you try to make a 5-pick, flex play, they usually give you a 10x payout if you go 5 for 5. They're going to reduce it to 8x because you're trying to correlate Ritter over, Bowers over. But for a 4-pick power play, for whatever reason, they don't add a payout shift. So when you're correlating football plays, wide receiver over or tight end, I mean, whatever. Right? Brock Bowers is 30% of Desmond Ritter's passing yards line. So if Desmond Ritter goes over, Brock Bowers is a lot more likely to go over. So pairing both of those overs together, and his line seems a little low kind of relative to these other books. I mean, you can run correlation in both directions, both overs, both unders. But I'm trying to move quick, so let's just get this slip locked in. This would be a 4-man on PrizePicks, 10x payout, no payout shift. And again, I know I've done content about, 5-pick flex plays are the best type of slip on PrizePicks, but obviously everything changes if they're going to add in a payout shift. And it looks like they just bumped Aaron Jones. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace it with this play on Jaden Ivey. So they bumped Jaden Ivey as well. So they bumped Jaden Ivey as well, so whatever. All the final pick we'll add in is and they just bumped Mark Williams. Boom, gone. They just bumped him up to 8. So again, sometimes these lines move a little quickly. Sometimes they move a little quickly. So let's see what else we got. We have Cameron Johnson plus Donovan Mitchell under in 3s. I mean, I want to find one more pick that we really like to get in. Honestly, Maxey over 5.5 assists. Jared Allen over in points plus rebounds. I mean, that doesn't pair horribly. Jared Allen, right? So Ritter over. So let me just build this. And then I'll show you on my screen. Give me one sec. And they already bumped Jared Allen to 23.5. Damn. Dude, PrizePicks is, it's hard because they just started. They bump things fast. They really do. So maybe Maxey is still available. Because Jared Allen, they bumped him from 22.5 to 23.5. Let's see if Maxey assist is available. You could obviously also use the... anyways, let me just get this locked in because I didn't want to fly through a bunch of plays in this stream. Take the bet, bro. Okay, so there we go. I got it submitted. It's a 4-pick power play, correlated slip, Ritter over, Brock Bowers over, and then I got Mitchell under in threes. Whoa. Mitchell under in threes, Maxey over an assist. Again, sorry that took a sec to make. They're a pain in the ass, bro. They're a pain in the ass. So 4-man on PrizePicks. Ooh. So let's see what else we can put together. I'll try to do some Fliff. Some underdog fantasy maybe. Again, I did a better play on the previous stream. I can actually show you guys for whoever wasn't on the previous stream. I'll show you real quick. So let's go here and let me just pull up. Damn, dude, some of these books are starting to bump things quick. We had Claxton under an assist, George under in steals, Sabonis under in rebounds. Again, I don't even know if any of these are even available any longer. We can see. Replace current lineup, sure. So they removed 2 of them, but regardless, I'm on these 3. So if there's some other plays you want to go with and you want to tail. But let's go back to Fliff real quick. Again, I try to do a bunch of plays in these streams, but a lot of these games are starting at 4, and obviously there's some good value on Fliff. So let's check it out. Whew! Maybe let's do Fliff. Let's do Rebet as well. These are the 2 sports books. They're called sweepstakes books, but basically they're legal in like every state. Rebet is literally legal in every state except Idaho and Nevada or something like that. But this value on, we're already on his PR line. But again, over 4.5 rebounds, maybe I'm just going to run this as a straight bet because we don't have a ton of time. I mean, again, you're getting minus 140 on Fliff. Like, keep it simple. Sports betting's a volume game. Every bet, the way I gamble is I try to place as many bets with an edge as possible every single day. Let the math work itself out. You're kind of like a poker player. You know you're going to get some bad beats, whatever. I mean, yesterday I had some bad beats, but if your bets have an edge, obviously you're going to make money long term. So minus 140 is fucking insane. No, like DraftKings has this at minus 250. The market is crossed. It's arbitrage with both Caesars and Bet Rivers. So by definition, either the under at plus 143 or the over at minus 140 is profitable. But anyways, what I want to do now is let's see if we can put it into a little parlay. So let's go here. Ron is over in rebounds. Now let's go to, what do we like? So we have Desonomu under 5.5 assists. So this is in the Bulls-Raptors game, which starts at 4:30. Shit, man. So I gotta move quick if I want to get in one more play with this. Because this is probably the best play. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best plays on the board right now. I mean, minus 140. All these other books have this average market price across hundreds of sports books on OddsJam. OddsJam is literally just data, is minus 188. Pretty rational. You're a stock trader. You want to buy the stock at 140 when the rest of the market has it priced around minus 190. It sounds fucking simple, but it's true. And it really, matters long term. Like, I would not be able to make money sports betting if I wasn't line shopping. Nobody would. If you're not line shopping and making sure you're getting the best price. Dude, also, this is bullshit, man. Like, it looks like his line actually came down a bit. I mean, right? It was 15.5 earlier. Somehow now it's 13.5. I mean, I bet it's over 15.5. That's what I gave out. I don't know if there were some lineup changes or something. But let's move on. We have a shit ton of games today. So let's try to do some different books. I mean, mainline markets are great. This book is Rebet. It's legal, available, whatever, in basically every state. So let's check it out. So let's go over to Rebet. And then maybe we can do Dabble. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to try to shut the fuck up and just fly through a bunch of bets in this live stream. So we have Cavs Nets. So maybe we get rid of Fliff for a sec. I mean, we've done a lot of Fliff. It's now 4 p.m., so we don't even have time anyways. So let's do PrizePicks, Underdog, Dabble. There we go. And we'll be able to get in some plays for sure. So again, like Rebet, another book just like Fliff. It's in nearly all these states. So we have the over 213. I mean, again, like over 213.5, over 214.5. Like, it's very common. I mean, if a book is offering value on one total, all these books now, I mean, they really are like menus. They have lines for every possible type of bet. They're offering value on the over 213. Like, it's not surprising they're also offering value on the over 213.5. So like usually I just pick the line that has the highest edge. So you can see Pinnacle right here, which is known to be, you know, one of the sharpest books, one of the smartest books. They have this over priced at minus 140. Really tight market, 18 cents of juice. So you find the midpoint, minus 131 on the over, plus 131 on the under. That would be the fair price. Remove the VIG, minus 131, plus 131. That would be the fair market. But regardless, let me just get this locked in. How much are they going to take? Always interesting. Because they don't tell you, like on Fliff, you know your max bet size is going to be $500. Whereas on, you know, Rebet, I don't know. Sometimes they take 1,000. Sometimes they take 100. I don't know. And again, in these streams, I'm just showing you where I'm finding value. What I'm putting my own money on, you can tail it, you cannot tail it. You can tail it, you cannot tail it. But what I wanted to do is maybe let's try to get in a Dabble slip or something. So if you don't use Dabble, this is another fantasy book. Another fantasy site that kind of works like PrizePicks. I mean, I started using them about a year ago, got limited, but let's check it out. So like, for example, let's see here. Let's fly through some plays. So let's go here to Jared Allen. I'm trying to move fast. So we have Jared Allen, and they already updated his rebound line. So it was 11. They just updated it looks like, to 10.5. So that line's already gone anyways. I mean, again, like, it sounds stupid, but it is true. As a sports bettor, you need to be fast to get in these lines, or like to get in the best possible bets, because these books will adjust things quickly. So let's build a play. So first play we have John Collins over 7.5 rebounds. So I assume PrizePicks. I mean, again, because even though PrizePicks, Dabble, like these sites, look at this shit, dude. They bump Maxi to 6. I mean, this is the problem with PrizePicks too. Any pick that has an edge, they're just bumping around so quickly. But if we check out John Collins, I assume PrizePicks has his rebound line probably at 8. Could be wrong. Nope. I'm fucking right. So PrizePicks has his rebound line at 8. You're getting 7.5 on Dabble. May not seem like a big deal, but I mean, obviously this stuff adds up long term. And again, the way these fixed payout DFS sites work is you take his over, you take his under. Literally, it won't matter. You're going to get the same payout regardless. So let's just build this slip. So like Aaron Jones, for example, this was a play we were looking at on PrizePicks. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys got it locked in, but unfortunately, they ended up bumping his longest rush. They ended up bumping it to 17.5, or I don't even remember now, before I was able to get it locked in. But this is a beautiful play. So again, this is Dabble. Dabble. Fantasy book. You'll never see me run a 3-man on PrizePicks. So we're getting a 6x payout on this 3-man. 6x, 3 picks, 6x payout. Any 3-pick entry you make on Dabble, you get a 6x payout. PrizePicks only gives you 5x. which is why you won't see me, like, it sounds simple, it sounds stupid, but it is important, is obviously 5x versus 6x. It's going to make a big difference long term. So I got it locked in. They limit me to 47.25. And then if we go here, you guys should just be able to copy it. If you follow me, my username is Alex Monahan. So you should just be able to copy it. If you want to tail it, you should just be able to copy it. Again, PrizePicks, as well as the other DFS sites like Better and PrizePicks that work similar to Dabble, they all have Collins line at 8. That's like one source of information that, hey, maybe this is a good play to include in my Dabble slip. And then you have every major sports book, sharp books like Pinnacle, FanDuel, $40 billion company. I mean, everything is priced in to the market. That's why you want to look at real-time price data, sportsbook odds, because everything is baked in, to the odds these sports books are putting out. Lineups, injuries, historical data, sharp action. Like, these books aren't fucking stupid, right? You can see here, it looks like all of them have kind of ripped towards Collins's over 7.5 rebounds. I don't know. Maybe all the smart bettors on FanDuel are betting the over. So FanDuel's like, well, if all the sharp, profitable customers are playing the over, I'm going to start to juice, I'm going to start to move the odds towards the over. That's how markets work, right? Hoy. But we got in a Dabble slip. They gave me 47.25. So what you can do sometimes is you can see they bumped a couple of them now. Projection is no longer available. They bumped Collins. So this shit's gone. They'll probably put it back up at 8 because we were exploiting their inefficiency. But on the bright side, there's another play for the Clippers game that looks decent. Norman Powell, over 2.5 rebounds. We're already on his over in points, but let's check it out. So we have Norman Powell, over 2.5 rebounds. He's gone over, 3 of the past 5 games, the past 3 games. FanDuel, minus 148 favorite to go over, minus 145 on hot streak. Like, you kind of look at all these sports books and get a sense of, okay, is this play any good? And then, whoa, what is going on Lonzo Ball? Sure. So we can throw in Lonzo Ball. This actually would be better to include on Fliff. Or actually, it's gone anyways. I don't even see a PRA line for him. Do they have an RA line up for him? No. So they also got rid of his RA line, which is fine. That's fine. I mean, I'm just trying to fill out this slip. I mean, because again, the optimal slip type is fuck, dude. So now they remove Karis LeVert. So like Bryant Westco, I mean, way too early to be thinking about. Honestly, maybe it's not. I was going to say, it seems maybe this. Those plays pair kind of well together. I mean, college football plays. I know, like, college football is a while away. Clemson, Texas. Kind of, but come on. Log in, bro. So this is what I'm going to get locked in. I mean, these plays pair decently well together. So let's go here. Dude, come on. So let's see. Okay. So now hopefully we're here. Some states don't have college football player prop lines on FanDuel. Like, some states just don't offer it. So I'm trying to make sure I'm on the New Jersey one, because New Jersey, that's like the home of sports betting. I mean, they allow literally gambling on anything. I'm not going to be surprised if there's college football player prop soon. But you can see here, where's longest reception? So you can see like Bryant Westco, Clemson, like Dabble opens him up at 20.5. FanDuel, as well as other sports books, are opening them up at 25.5. So let's get it locked in. 47.25 is, again, the max they're going to give me. So, okay, we got another good play in on Dabble. And again, some of these games are, The game's not till Saturday, but whatever. The line will probably move. Honestly, it may move right after we bet it. I'm not sure. But what I want to do is let's go back here and let's see if we can rip some... I don't know. Let's see. Shit, bro. Literally insane. So again, like, a lot of times, Lonzo Ball, I'm not sure what is going on in the Bulls-Raptors game. Can I just rebet it or no? I assume not. So they're not just going to let me rebet it. Unsurprisingly, on Dabble. You can switch out one of the picks, though, to kind of get around these limits. You can just, like, switch out one of the picks if you want to. But anyways, let's go here. And let's see if we can get something in. So Lonzo Ball, PRAs, points plus rebounds plus assists. Let's see it. So we have Lonzo Ball. I mean, it's a little weird. Doesn't look like PrizePicks has a lineup for him. Bet Online doesn't. I mean, a lot of these books don't even have FanDuel. A lot of these books don't even have lines listed for Lonzo Ball. I don't know. Maybe because he's coming off the bench. Whatever. But now FanDuel, it looks like FanDuel just posted a line. But this play looks fucking very good. This Chris Dunn play also is incredible. I mean, Bet Rivers, again, you may not use this book, but it's available in New York, kind of a bunch of other states. They're 90 cents away. Like, Fliff has Chris Dunn's over 2.5 rebounds at minus 150. Bet Rivers is minus 240. They have the under at plus 170. So these two books, like Fliff and Bet Rivers, kind of random player. No offense, Chris Dunn, if you're watching this stream, kind of random player. But, right, they just have such different odds that you bet the over on Fliff, hedge, bet the under on Bet Rivers, and you'd make a risk-free profit. That's arbitrage betting. If you bet the max on Fliff, you'd make $24.69. But anyways, what I was saying about Lonzo Ball is it's the same thing, right? Like, this is a crossed market. Caesars has his over at plus 120. Crazy. So you could bet the over on Caesars if you use Caesars, under on Fliff, make a risk-free profit. That's arbitrage betting. Same thing here between DraftKings and BetMGM for Kobe White. DraftKings and FanDuel for Josh Giddey. You know, like, I don't know. But again, you don't have to arbitrage bet it. It's just whenever two books have such different odds, whenever the market's crossed, whenever two sports books have such different lines, then you can bet the over on one, the under on another, equal and opposite outcomes, and guarantee a profit. You know one of these two bets has to be profitable. One of these two bets has to be plus EV, right? Either the over at plus 120 or the under at minus 115, because you could literally bet both of them. You could bet the over on Caesars, the under on Fliff, and make a risk-free profit. Again, that's arbitrage betting, which OddsJam has a tool for. Arbitrage betting is how I started gambling. You literally just make risk-free money. It's fucking crazy. But again, like, one of the two bets has to be plus EV. You can't have the ability to make a risk-free profit, bet the over on one book, under on another book, if neither one of these bets is profitable. So maybe let's go here, and let's just see what else do we want to pair with. I mean, again, we have a lot of games starting at 4:30. So we have Georges, we have Niang under 3.5 rebounds. So let's check out this play. Oh, where are you, handsome man? Bro, I don't even see him fucking listed. Where's Niang? So what you can do is, again, when you're on Fliff, is you can just kind of like hit the little up arrow. If we scroll over to rebounds, no, he's not listed. So I guess they just took this off the board. I mean, again, as a sports bettor, you literally are like you're like a day trader. I mean, there's going to be good trades. They're going to come up. They're going to go away. This I like, though. So Karis LeVert, again, we have his under in PRAs in a Dabble slip, but we can run his under in points. No problem there. I kind of like it. And the following subjection can no longer be submitted. It's in a pregame state. So did they just pull down the whole Cavs game? Maybe. I don't know. But it looks like I don't know. They're not letting me bet it. And we don't have time to fuck around and think about why they're not letting us bet this. Jokic under 1.5 threes. I mean, I don't mind this. Jokic under 1.5 threes. So let's go here. 3-pointers made. Jokic under 1.5. Again, we're getting plus 110. So this play, they just removed. So, I don't know. Fliff, sometimes they seem to pull odds pregame. Like 15 minutes before the game starts, they'll just pull the lines and you can't bet them any longer. So even though the game doesn't start till for 14 more minutes, they're not going to let us bet it. But regardless, this is what I'm going to get locked in. I'm trying to move fast. Jokic under 1.5 threes. I mean, first of all, it's a crossed market. Fliff is crossed with ProfitX, right? Arbitrage, crossed market. They mean the same thing. So Fliff is crossed with ProfitX. You can also see like FanDuel has the under favored, and we're getting plus 110. Biggest sportsbook in the U.S., $40 billion company. They're telling you, right? Like their sportsbooks odds, they tell you something. FanDuel is telling you Jokic is more likely, he's favored to go under. He's more likely to go under. They have his under juiced, and we're getting plus 110. We're getting plus money. Underdog odds. Pinnacle, Circa, two really sharp books are both minus 115, minus 115. So they're telling you through their odds, hey, we think Jokic is equally likely, 50-50 basically, to go over or under, right? They're giving you the same price, the same odds, minus 115 on the over, minus 115 on the under. So they're just telling you, hey, he's 50-50. 50% to go over, 50% to go under. And we're getting plus 110. I mean, obviously, if you could flip a coin at plus 110 odds, that would be a pretty good deal, right? 50% of the time you win $110, 50% of the time you lose $100. Oi. But anyways, let's see what else we like. Should we look at a different book, or should we just stick on fucking Fliff, because this is where all the value is? Lonzo Ball play. So you can see Caesars had this at one point as low as minus 205, but now they've kind of not as big of a favorite to go under. Sheesh. So maybe Yabasule, maybe his PR line went down because he's not starting. It doesn't look like he's starting today. But regardless, let's keep it going. Whew. So let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Dabble, Fliff, Sleeper, Rebet. So again, Rebet has this like Prop City on their app, which it's just like sometimes there's good value on it, like Leon Draisaitl under 1.5 points. I mean, I don't know. There's some decent value on Rebet Prop City. There's also some good value on Novig. This is probably a sports book I should start giving out more bets for on these streams, but the hard part about Novig is it's peer-to-peer betting, so there's only a certain amount of liquidity when you take a look at Novig, like on some of these player props. But regardless, it's not that important not important enough to dwell on. Maybe let's do an underdog slip. I don't know. I try to switch it up. Again, these streams, not sponsored by any sports book. I just try to give out bets, where I'm finding value, where I'm finding an edge. So let's see what we got. Damn, dude. So I'm going to be flying through these if you want to tail. So, for example, I mean, again, esports is ridiculous, like PrizePicks and parlay play. This is just the odds jam fantasy optimizer. It's just going to point out line discrepancies. Esports is great. It just sometimes moves really quickly. It's great because there's literally a billion esports games a day. So that's the nice thing about it, is more games, more surface area for these books to cover. So if you look, for example, you know, Underdog Fantasy, again, they have this guy's line listed at 25.5. Other books are opening them up at 23. I mean, it's very simple. Like, just follow the data, lock in the under, find 3 picks with an edge. If all your picks actually have an edge, that's great. You're good to go. Some books are sharper than others, whatever. But I mean, again, like every book, FanDuel, DraftKings, like these are multi-billion-dollar companies. You're not just going to outsmart them with your gut. The way you're going to beat them and get an edge is with strategies like EV betting, arbitrage, actually getting an edge, you know? So Trey Campbell, for example, kind of random, college basketball player. Underdog has his line at 15.5, FanDuel 16.5, like other sportsbooks 16.5. All of these plays seem solid. So 3 picks. I'm making sure people can see it on YouTube, and it looks like all of them are still available. So how much are they going to let me bet? It says 100, and there's no way they're going to let me bet 100. So they already removed the esports play. Esports, I feel like because it's such a niche market, so you can replace it with like Becky, under 32.5. So let me reconnect my phone. Which again, like PrizePicks has this line lower at 30, Parlay Play 30.5. So like even if you don't use PrizePicks, I mean, whoops. So let's go here. We want under 32.5. So this would be the full play. Under 32.5, PrizePicks has this line at 30. All these other books, you know, have the line lower. Underdog usually pulls, and now they got rid of Trey Campbell. So that's the only problem with Underdog, is there's a ton of line discrepancies. There's a lot of good value on Underdog Fantasy. They bump things fast. So let's go to Garland. Under 19.5 points. You know, FanDuel has this on, all the sports books have this under favored. Looks like the market has just really moved towards this under. So this would be a 3-pick entry. Let's see if we can take it, if we can get it in though. They're telling me I've already hit my limit on Darius Garland. So they're telling me I already hit my betting limit on Darius Garland, so that's fine. I'll replace it with Mitchell under 4.5 assists. Again, like Underdog, all these books, I mean, Underdog Fantasy has they have a ton of lines, and they already removed the esports play now. Fuck, dude. There's a ton of good value on OddsJam. Again, they're just moving a lot of this quick. So Equip and Griller are 2 other good picks. Again, go quick if you want to be on them. So Mitchell, I'll show it one more time, but this is honestly taking way longer than I would have hoped to do a simple Underdog Fantasy slip. Equip under 26.5. So this would just be 3 unders. Uno, dos, tres. So Equip is just a crazy line discrepancy. PrizePicks, Parlay Play. Not a ton of books do esports player prop lines, but enough of them do. They're all opening his line at what? 24? 23.5. I mean, it's crazy. Like 3-point line discrepancies is ridiculous. And then for Donovan Mitchell, all the books have his under heavily favored. That's where the value is coming from. So let's play it. Because again, on underdog, we're always going to be getting a 6x payout on a 3-man. Take Donovan Mitchell, take his over, under, whatever. Doesn't matter. You're going to get the same payout, a 6x payout. Every sports book, including really sharp books, like Pinnacle's known to be one of the sharpest sports books in the world, they all have the under as a massive favorite. So this seems solid. 3-pick entry on Underdog Fantasy. But what I want to do, that took way too long. So again, Underdog is just a problem. It's a problem child when live streaming because again, there's a lot of good value. They just eliminate it quickly once people start betting it. They just put our boy Yabasule in the game. 0 minutes and he already has 1 foul. I hate my life. Not actually. That's a joke. I love my life. But what I want to do is, let's see. So this play on Lonzo Ball, I mean, biggest line discrepancy on the board. Everything is priced into the market. You got to remember that. Lineups, injuries, all that shit is baked into the odds these books are putting out. They all have his under around minus 160. For some reason, Fliff is fucking up. And they have his line at minus 115. So it's like, okay, this is an amazing play. We want to be on it. But maybe let's try to cover these games that are starting shortly. So we have Donovan Mitchell, under 3.5 made threes. Again, also, like, you know, you can follow all my bets on, well, I guess it logged me out. I'll have to log back in, because I have it on my other phone as well, Pickett. But you can follow me on Pickett. It's just a bet tracker.
Pickett. All your bets and friends. Home. Better.
To see
Dabble.
what did I just do?
Double tap to open.
What did I just do?
Try
This new
again.
phone.
Passcode field. 0 of 6. 6. 6. 6.
Touch
MNO
ID.
2. A B. Try again. Try again. Passcode field. 0. Try
Anyways, I
again.
may have just fucked this
Passcode
up.
field. 0 of. Enter passcode. Voiceover off.
6. Okay. I just had to turn off the whatever it's called. So let's go here. Right, here's the Fliff play that I just locked in. I mean, right, Fliff has Mitchell favored to go over in threes, right? They have more juice towards his over. Bet profit, they only have a one-way market, so it's pretty irrelevant. Profit X. If a sportsbook isn't giving you odds on the under, only the over, they're probably juicing the shit out of the over, first of all. But second of all, like, you don't know which one's favored because it's only a one-way market. You don't know if the under would be minus 150 or minus 104. But long story short, like, Fliff has Mitchell's over favored. Every other book, Caesar's more aggressive on his under than Bet Online. I don't know. Maybe Caesar's the sharper, more profitable customers. They have the under more favored. Maybe it's just Caesar's taking an opinion. You know, FanDuel minus 140, a touch more aggressive on the under than Pinnacle. But like all these books have his under heavily favored. I mean, it's a pretty clear line discrepancy. You have hundreds of books setting, you know, NBA lines for tonight. So that's what I got locked in. Beautiful. And hey, let's put together a crazy parlay. Malik Beasley, 3, 8 points, 2 threes. Dude, what is this guy doing? Fucking Yabasule. Bro, already 2 personal fouls. Game just started. He's been in the game for a minute and managed to get 2 fouls. Sports betting can be insanely frustrating sometimes, but whatever. So what I want to do is keep moving through. Maybe we'll try, I mean, I could try to do another underdog slip and just not include esports because esports is literally the worst possible thing. Esports is literally the worst possible thing to try to include in a slip. Or we could just stay on Fliff. I mean, I say it all the time, but there's literally hundreds of sports books. BetMGM. I'm limited on. I used to use BetMGM all the time, but all these books have different betting limits. Some will cut off sharper, profitable customers faster than others. I mean, all these books are legal in different states. Like, when I started sports betting, it was so confusing. I mean, every state has different sports books. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but that's just kind of the state of the world. But what I did want to say is, let's put together a parlay. So, again, parlays, straight bets, do whatever you want. You can run all these picks, any pick. That is plus EV. It's going to be good to go in a parlay or as a straight bet. But let's check it out. So first play we have DeAndre Swift, under 2.5 receptions. I mean, it doesn't really get much more clear than this. Fliff, over is favored. I mean, and this is how you should be thinking for betting on any sports book. I mean, I know we've done Fliff plays on this stream, but, like, this is the same shit for any book. Like, find value, understand how markets work, how all these books work. So, Fliff is crossed with FanDuel. So, if you use FanDuel and you use Fliff, you could just bet the under on Fliff, over on FanDuel, 40205, make a risk-free profit. That's arbitrage betting. But it also means, because the market's crossed, one of those two bets has to be profitable. Either the over at plus 128 on FanDuel or the under at minus 120 on Fliff. You look at the rest of the market, it becomes insanely clear. All these sports books, really sharp books like Pinnacle, they all have the under as a massive favorite. So it's like, okay, that's an incredible pick. The question is just, what do we want to pair it with? So let's see. Because we don't have a lot of NFL plays for tonight, so feels good to get an NFL play on. Keontae George, we're already on his over in rebounds from this live stream. His over in rebounds. But again, like arbitrage betting, it doesn't make any sense. When I started sports betting, I was like, this shit doesn't make any sense. You bet the over, you bet the under on the same player, and that's profitable. And it's like, yeah, you're hedging for a profit. That's arbitrage. But it's the same thing for Keontae George. I mean, this play doesn't have as high of an edge. And you can see they already moved it down to minus 125, which still seems solid. I mean, again, sometimes I talk too much, so if there's a play you like, maybe just run it up. Run it as a straight bet. But for Keontae George, Fliff's the only book with his over favored. Literally every other sports book has his under as a heavy favorite. FanDuel minus 134. Pinnacle minus 127, a little less aggressive than FanDuel. Pinnacle, again, known to be a really sharp book, but you put some weight into all these books. It's crossed with ProfitX, so by definition, one of those bets has to be profitable. And again, this is just right off the OddsJam positive EV tool. But there's so many books, so there's so many lines, like most bets suck. I mean, I've said that in other streams, but it's really true. Most bets are horrible. Most bets suck. It's just like, you really are trying to zone in on the needle in a haystack. Where are these books fucking up and offering plays with an edge? So, let's see. Underdog, PrizePicks. So, I mean, Aaron Jones, under 2.5 receptions. I mean, again, his over and longest rush looked solid, but that doesn't mean we can't run his under in receptions. So if you look here, we have Aaron Jones under 2.5 receptions. Again, underdog fantasy line is not, or it is available on PrizePicks, but whatever. We're building an underdog slot. We got John Collins over. And then we have Chris Dunn over. Although maybe we're like, let's find another pick. I'm not even going to bother with these esports ones. It's just not worth it. So it's not worth trying, but because I just know by the time I get it up and the delay is processed, people aren't going to be able to get it locked in. So we have Clowney under 12.5 PRAs, not Jadeveon Clowney, South Carolina, real USC legend. We got John Collins over in PRAs. Oh, shoot. So this game, obviously the Nets game is about to start. So if you want to get this locked in. And then we have Aaron Jones under 2.5 receptions. And this is just right off the OddsJam positive EV tool, which again is just going to compare these fantasy books like Underdog to PrizePicks and PrizePicks to traditional sports books. Because again, even if you don't use traditional sports books, they're multi-billion-dollar companies, and they have access to flow. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people forget about these sports books is like, FanDuel. They have tens of millions of customers. They're taking all these bets on Aaron Jones, fine-tuning their models, adjusting their odds based on where their profitable customers are placing bets. And by the way, Underdog Fantasy, I only bet this for $25 because they limit me to $25 a slip. I wish it was more, but it's not. This dude fucking sucks. He's only played 1 minute. Yabazole. Foul Meister. So it's 4:37. When do these next NBA games start? 7 and 7:30. When do the NFL games start? 5 and 5:30. How long have I been streaming and how many people are here? People are still here. 391 people still here. Not horrible. I've done better, but that's okay. So let's go here and let's go to Fliff. Hot girl at the bar. I mean, this really is crazy. So again, if this is crossed with Bet Online as well as Rebet Prop City, so you could just arbitrage bet this. Maybe when I get back to Virginia, because there's some new sports books that launched in Virginia as well, I'll do some live streams on arbitrage betting. But is there anything else we're in love with? I mean, a lot of bets for the Clippers game. So, I don't even want to know how much we bet on this live stream so far. But what I'm going to do is, let's see. So we have in some underdog slips. Has anything popped up on Dabble or? Let's see. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. We already got a few plays locked in. Anything on Sleeper? No. Nothing on Sleeper. I mean, again, I don't have a problem with Sleeper. It's just not a ton of value opportunities right now. So maybe we build one final parlay. Because why not? So this is in the Falcons-Raiders game. Falcons-Raiders game. We have McCormick. Under 1.5 receptions. I mean, again, how does this check out from a value perspective? Okay, Fliff's the only book with the over favored. Novig, Betting Exchange, peer-to-peer, Bet Online, Pinnacle. Every other book has the under as a heavy favorite. Some of these books have the under as a bigger favorite than others, but regardless, you get the point. And what do we want to pair with it, though? Aaron Jones, longest rush. We already got that in on some of these fantasy bucks. Aaron Jones over in rushing yards. Again, we're already kind of on Aaron Jones. Don't feel the need to like rebet it. Walker Kessler over 11.5 points. Plus 155 on Fliff. This is a new discrepancy that just popped up. Again, what's nice about sports betting is like the market never closes. You know, you can always bet on sports books. They're always in business for a bet. So what we can do is we're already on Chris Dunn over in rebounds. His points line looks solid. So his regular line is 6.5. Again, you don't have to run the 7.5. You could run the over 6.5. You could run these both as straight bets, but plus 120 looks solid. I mean, no other book offering above like plus 104. But maybe we try to get more aggressive. And again, every play I lock in, you could run it as a straight bet. You could run it in a parlay. It literally doesn't matter. So let's just bet 495. Jokic under. Under 1.5 threes, which we already went through. But anyways, we've gotten a ton of plays locked in. I mean, I'm sure there will be more value popping up. Rebet have anything? Let's see. Get rid of Fliff for a sec. Anything on rebet? Chicago Bears team total over 17.5. So they just bumped it to minus 102 from minus 105. Maybe. Let me make sure people could see this first. So we got a 3-pick parlay. Let's go over to rebet. We got the Bears team total. Let me refresh this shit. So perfect. And then we have the Falcons. So let's see if they... What is going on here? So let's go to NFL and let's put it together. So Bears game. Points. Bears over 17.5. Perfect. And then let's hit this. We have the Falcons minus 3.5. I mean, a lot of these betting exchanges, like the Betfair exchange, I mean, as you get closer to game time, their markets get very tight. They start getting a lot of action on their wagers, you know, kind of as you get close to game time. So we could put together, you know, a parlay. Maybe I'll drop this on Twitter afterwards or something. Let's see. There's so many games today. Your limit is 1,014 max. So let's see if they take it. I don't know. It's just spinning. I don't know if they took it or not. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And they did. So they took it. 1K. 1K. Plus 233 odds. But anyways, so long story short, I use a bunch of these books. I mean, there's some value on rebet Prop City, but it's kind of hard to like navigate. So I'm being super fucking lazy right now, but I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother trying to navigate it. Anyways, I'll call it a day for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. Or actually, we could put together one last play on Fliff for the Bears game. So let's go here to the Bears game. We have Jalen Johnson Under in tackles plus assists. Under 3.5 tackles plus assists. Again, this is a crossed market. You know, Fliff is crossed with Bet Online and Bet Online as well as Rebet. So if you use Rebet and you use Fliff, and both these books are legal in like every state, so you probably have access to them. You may not use them, but you probably have access to them. And then we have Keontae George under 5.5 assists, which again, we're already on, but it seems solid, so fuck it. Let's get it locked in. So we have Keontae George under an assist. So another little 2-pick parlay. I don't know. We got a ton of bets locked in, a ton of different sports books. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream.